Hey everyone, it's Presley at ActOutGames.com here, and today is Comic Book Thursday, and we are going to be reviewing Weirdworld 2 and Thors 2. So let's start with Weirdworld. So this book has a really good storyline as well as amazing and beautiful art. So it starts off where we left out on the last edition, and in the last edition Arkhan and his dragon were captured by the water apes, and this one picks up where he's in the prison. He's trying to find his dragon and get it back. On the opposite cell he meets Warbow, or Warbow, I think it's Warbow, and then they escape. Warbow is looking for his prince, who is part of the crystal people, and so they go together to find his dragon, and Warbow knows where his brother is, and that also just happens to be where Arkhan's dragon is. So they go there together, and it's just a really beautiful and a really good comic book. I really love the art and the way the color palettes look. First, actual page of the comic book is kind of has this color palette of kind of yellowy, greeny blues, and it looks really nice. And then it slowly kind of transitions into a more bluey blue. And what really makes this comic book really interesting and beautiful is that the only things that are in a really big color are the things that are the main focus of the page. Example, in one of the pages, Arkhan, I think that's how you pronounce it, is the only thing that's not part of the color palette. So it starts out with these greeny blues because they're in Atlantis, and then when they get out of Atlantis, the fight is more focused on more of a green. Then slowly more red comes in until there's more pages that have lots of red in it, so it kind of transitions to being another color in the palette, and it's just really beautiful. The colors work amazing together, and it's just a really beautiful and a really good comic book. So I definitely recommend this if you want a really good looking and a really good storyline. So now let's move on to Thors. Thors 2, like the first issue, is very, very tropey, and it follows basically the basic storyline of a cop drama. It starts out with the thing that's said in a lot of cop dramas where, the longer you're a cop, the more it feels like you just do paperwork and attend funerals. But in this book it says, the longer you work this job, the more it feels like all you ever do is sit at desks, fill out scrolls, and go to funerals. I really like how it's kind of a Viking thing, and it keeps a Viking theme, even though it's really a cop drama, so it's not paperwork, it's scrolls. I don't think I've ever mentioned, but how much I really like the concept of Thor being a hero, because mythology is one of my favorite things ever, and there's a bunch of mythology, and their interpretations of Thor are just really good, and just really cool to be looking. It's really cool to be looking at someone from mythology that has kind of evolved into different characters in different comic books, and now they're all together, and it's just really amazing to see how people have their own takes on mythological people. Mythological people? I don't know how to say that. The funeral is kind of like a Viking funeral and everything, which is really nice to see, how they're using old Viking things but they're still keeping it within a police kind of drama thing. So they round up the usual suspects, try and find who killed the cop. And then there's also this cop that was kicked out of the force that's kind of trying to help. I can't tell if he's trying to help or not. Doesn't really look like he's trying to help, but he might be. Not sure right now. But you're trying to help, and they end up getting in a fight. And then, this is not very much of the story, but there's a wolf Thor, and I really like wolves and the Thors books. Wolf Thor, amazing. And then at the end, one of the probably mini Lokis appears. And the Battleworld is all about all these different universes collapsing and lots of characters from those different universes becoming into one universe. So that's why there's a lot of Thors, and that's why there's probably a lot of Lokis as well. And I really, really like the way that the Loki in this book looks, because he is kind of a modern looking Loki, so he's not like the Viking Lokis, but he's more of a modern looking Loki, and I really like seeing mythological figures in a modern style. That was hard to say. And the Weirdworld is more watercolor looking, which I really like how it's watercolor looking and most of it's underwater. So the Weirdworld looks more like it was painted with like watercolors, and the Thors looks more like digital art and stuff that I draw like. Both of them still look amazing, even though they use different tactics. It kind of shows how a little bit, at least to me, how different styles of art can still be used to keep a consistent storyline that still looks beautiful and amazing. So both of these were really, really good, and I highly recommend them. They're both really, really beautiful comic books, and they both have a really good storyline, so definitely check them out. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.